Hey friends, for math today we're on lesson 13-2, tell and write time to the hour. All right, let's take a look at our I can statement and read that together. Ready? I can tell time to the hour using two different types of clock. All right, so here's the first kind and here's the other type of clock. So this type of clock, first grade, is called the analog clock. Okay, repeat after me, analog. Okay, great job. This clock is called the digital clock. Can you say digital? All right, awesome job. So let's see what it says up here. Both of the clocks show the same time. Tell what time is shown, then write one way the clocks are alike and one way they are different. So we have two jobs here. We have to figure out what time both of these clocks show and how they're alike and different. Okay, so let's take a look at the clocks and see what time it is. Remember the shorthand on the analog clock, it shows the hour, and the minute hand on the analog clock shows the minute, okay? All right, so what time do you think that is? If you said 9 o'clock, awesome job. Remember, it's 9 o'clock because the hour hand is pointing to the 9, and the minute hand is pointing to the 12, and when it points to the 12, we say o'clock, right? Awesome job. All right, so this clock is also showing 9 o'clock because on the left side of the dots here, it shows the hour, which is 9, okay? And the other side of the dots, the right side of the dots, shows the 00, and that's kind of the same thing as the 12 on this kind of clock. All right, so how do you think the clocks are the same? How do you think an analog and digital clock are the same? If you said maybe that they both tell time and both have numbers, okay, great job. That's a good answer. How about different? How are they different? Okay, one way they're different is that the analog clock here has hands and the digital one does not. Another way they're different is that the digital has the dots here, which is also called the colon, and there aren't any dots here. All right, so let's explore more of these two different types of clocks. All right, it says, I eat breakfast at 7 o'clock. Okay, this clock shows 7 o'clock, remember, because the hour hand is pointing to the 7 and the minute hand's pointing to the 12, which means o'clock. This clock shows 7 o'clock another way. Okay, 7 tells the hour, and the 00, the 00, tells the minutes. 7 o'clock is the same as 7 o'clock. Okay, so showing it this way is the same as showing it this way. So the analog clock and the digital clock here are both showing the same time. All right, they want us to draw the hands on the clock face and then write the time on the other clock. All right, so I need your help here. All right. Here they did number 1 for us. It says 3 o'clock. Okay, they have the hour hand pointing to the 3 and the minute hand pointing to the 12 because remember, they said o'clock. And to show the same exact time on the digital clock, you would put 3 for the hour and the 00 for o'clock. All right, let's do number 2 together. 5 o'clock. Okay, where would you point the hour hand to? If you said 5, great job. Remember, we want to make this the shorthand. And where would you point the minute hand to if it's saying o'clock? If you said the 12, awesome job. So I'm going to make this a little longer because that's the minute hand. All right, now we want to make the digital clock look the same as the analog clock. So what number would you put on this side? The hour, right? Which is 5. So you're going to put a 5 here. And what number would you put here to show the minutes? 00. Awesome job. All right. 00 means the same thing as the minute hand pointing to the 12. All right, let's do this one on the bottom. 12 o'clock. Okay, where would the hour hand point to? If you said 12, awesome job. And what about the minute hand? Where would the minute hand point to? Remember, it's saying o'clock. The 12 as well, right? So I'm changing the color here so you could see both of them. I'm gonna make this overlap here. I made it a little longer than the hour hand. All right, now I need to show the hour first on the digital clock. So what number do I put here as the hour? Okay, if you said 12 o'clock, awesome job, that's correct. And now I need to show the minutes. And since it says o'clock and my minute hand's pointing to the 12, then if you said put the 00, great job. All right, let's pause and think for a minute of where we would find these two different kinds of clocks. The analog clock, where do you think you would find the analog clock in your house? Maybe on the wall, right? Or you could wear around your wrist as the watch. We have these in our classroom as well. What about the digital clock? Where would you find a digital clock? So many places, right? You can find it on your screen, on your computer screen. You can also find it on your stovetop or maybe on a phone. You can even find it on a watch because there are analog watches and digital watches. You can find it on a tablet, the microwave, on your coffee machine at home. So many different places you can find it. All right, so now I'd like you to take a look at number 4. On Class Dojo, I'd like you to tell me how to show 11 o'clock on the analog clock and how to show 11 o'clock on the digital clock. Okay? All right, I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. See you later.